What's up, guys? I hope you guys can hear me okay and see me okay. I am not going to be in here for too long. I wanted to come in and make a quick point, a couple quick points before I head out. I got to go and get my shots and get ready for my trip to Ghana. I told you guys I'm going to Ghana this month to do some business research and find out what's going on over there in terms of investment opportunities, things like that. I'll give you a full reporting when I get back, or while I'm there, actually, I'll do full reporting. Then when I get back, I'll give you a deeper analysis of what I saw. The same way I did in China. You guys know a few months ago, I went to China and went to for about 11 days and went to a bunch of different segments of the country in order to understand what was happening there economically, how they do powernomics in China, how we can learn as a community and how we can grow. And I want to say hello. H Hunter says, I love you. I love you too. Major Bird, good to see you. And Easy D and Nay Willis. Hi, Vicky screaming. Yeah, Vicky's over there screaming. Actually, Vicky Dillon is the best. Boy, I love Vicky Dillon. She's actually on yourblackworldtv.com, so you should go check her out at Your Black World TV. We're building new Black media, in case you're wondering why we go live a lot and why we're constantly hitting up on the things that matter in the community. It's because we're trying to build media, man. We're trying to build, we're trying to grow, and we could use your help. If you guys can share, pass out the link, let everybody know that the party's going on here, that this is where it's going down, that intelligent Black people are taking over. The revolution has begun. We are operating on a multi-million-dollar budget every year. We are getting things done. We're making things happen. And actually, when I get married on July 11th, 2020, which everybody's invited, we are going to start the Dr. Boyce and Alicia Watkins Foundation. And the number one objective of the Dr. Boyce and Alicia Watkins Foundation is going to be education, but independent Black education, not scholarships where we can send a bunch of our kids to overpriced white universities, not supporting the public schools, which we know have failed our children miserably. It is to support the creation and the development of independent Black schools so we can stick to our Black core of three. Our core values are that we believe Black people should educate our own children, create our own jobs, and support Black business. Educate our own children, create our own jobs, support Black business. If you guys believe in that mission and you want to be a part of that, we would really, 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 really love your support. We can't do it without you, and I'll never act like I did it by myself. So just know, I know this ain't no one-man operation. This is a community operation. Like they say in Africa, if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. Do I have an Instagram? Yes, it's The Real Boyce Watkins, The Real Boyce Watkins. And Chaconi, I see you in the UK. Shout out your city. Feel free to shout out your city. Please hit the thumbs up button if you haven't done it yet. Please hit that thumbs up button. So let me break this down real quick. I'm going to tell you guys about a guy that I literally knew nothing about until about 10 minutes ago. I'm going to say his name one time, but I'm not going to say it more than once because I think that this is what he kind of wants. He wants everyone saying his name because what he did was really just some dastardly shit, in my opinion. I'm not going to cuss anymore, but I thought it was actually kind of trifling for him to do this. His name is Saul Williams, and he's apparently he's a poet who I guess got an opportunity. He did really well on HBO's Def Poetry Jam, and he got an email from Jay-Z in which Jay-Z was basically kind of giving his take on economic freedom, and he wrote some things that Saul did not agree with. So as a result of Saul feeling that he had an issue with what Jay-Z said, my boy decides to go and put the email out to the public. Now, I assume he did this without Jay-Z's permission. I will tell you guys this, just me, my humble opinion. Never trust a person who would take private communication and then go make it public. Never trust a person like that. That's beyond a snitch. That's a person that's violating your privacy. It's almost like somebody that sleeps with somebody, they kiss and tell. You know what I'm talking about? Like little punk ass men that'll go sleep with a girl and then go tell everybody what she did in the bedroom and what happened and everything else. No, that's between you and her. It's supposed to be between you and her, right? And same thing is true on the other side. Real women don't run around going and I mean, unless somebody really did something terrible to you, somebody tried to rape you or kill you. Keep it to yourself. Your experience was your experience. And so I think it's actually kind of tacky and trifling when people have private communication and somebody against the other person's will goes out and shares that communication with the world. Especially you talk about a guy like Jay-Z. I'm not a stand for Jay-Z. There are things he's done that I disagree with, and there are things he's done that I do agree with. And I don't think Jay-Z's all bad or all good. He's shades of gray like everybody else, like Bill Cosby and some of the other people that I've spoken out on. But I would tell you, at the end of the day, it's trifling, it's tacky, it's unprofessional, it's ridiculous. It makes you look tiny and petty, and it makes you look kind of like a bitch, a little bit like a bitch when you take a private email and you share it with the public. And here's the other thing too. This is why a lot of celebrities don't trust anybody. I'm not a mega celebrity like Jay-Z, but I do know a lot of people, and a lot of people know me. I can say that millions of people know who I am. I get recognized on the street in every city I go to, anywhere in the world, even places I've never been. So what happens when that occurs, when you get in the public eye like that, when people know who you are, you become real skeptical, because suddenly just having a conversation with you becomes cultural and economic currency for people. Somebody can literally go and take a story about you and make money from that story. It's happened with me. I've seen people make YouTube videos and make tons of money from the YouTube video because lots of people watch because they just put my name in the title, right? And that freaked me out. Like, damn, like people literally can come up off of a story about you. Like, oh, I saw Boyce in the grocery store and he took a carrot and scratched his butt with it, like whatever, right? And if people know who you are, then that story is interesting. So I can only imagine with Jay-Z, Jay-Z is probably well aware of the fact that any story about Jay-Z, seeing him at the gas station, getting into an argument with him, over whether the Cowboys are better than the Steelers, bumping into him at the, on your way to the train station, right? Seeing him at the spot or whatever, right? Any Jay-Z story has cultural and economic currency. And so he's probably skeptical of just talking to anybody. So this man takes the time to send you a private email between you and him to give a genuine expression of his view on how Black people can progress. Right there, he gets props for the fact that he's even participating in the conversation. A lot of celebrities don't even participate in conversations about how Black people can do better because they don't care. They do not care. I give Jay-Z credit for the fact that he cares. His solutions may not be yours, but at least he cares, right? A Republican may be different from, a Black conservative may say something you don't understand, but at least he cares, right? A liberal who I just don't understand, I'm going to listen to him because at least you care. At least you care enough about your community to engage in the conversation with me. So he was given his point of view, and basically, here's what he said. I'm going to read what he said. Hit the thumbs up button if you haven't done it. Please hit the thumbs up button. He says, "Our fight for economic freedom is new. It's not the same war that Harriet Tubman was fighting." Jay went on to say that challenging each other is a must, but care must be taken to ensure that challenging does not come across as judgment. In his own comments, Williams said he wouldn't characterize the fight for economic freedom as new and noted the difficulty of achieving psychological freedom from capitalism. Quote, "During segregation, accumulated Black wealth and Black-owned business was at a peak. Black newspapers, magazines, schools, record labels, yet psychological freedom from hard-fought capitalism is hard to earn. African billionaires, for example, have brought little relief to the continent of Africa. The seduction of power and the systemic constraints of white supremacy will take more than money to burn." I agree with him 100%. I think that what he said in this comment is absolutely 100% true. Africa is a great example of a place where there's a lot of wealth, but there's more poverty than wealth. And that's something that the African continent is going to have to do with country by country, because every country ain't the same. Make sure you know that. So he writes more. And so then he says, let's see, the seduction of power and the systemic constraints of white supremacy will take more than money to burn. The root of the market economy is still almost entirely based on the sourcing of rare materials, where the exploitation of African miners and land is the analog reality of our modern age technological advances. Thus, we push for essentially socialist measures which provide healthcare and education to all. Money can be disappeared, but the lesson you learn along the way are yours to keep. Whether we learn from the street, schools, prisons, or playing the game is hard-earned. Hard-earned knowledge that allows us to understand how to spend what we earn in ways that can truly make a difference. Even as we push against the systemic structures in criminal justice, housing, etc., we know that it is not simply a question of money being used against us. Rather, it is the ideology that negates our worth as human beings that seems to justify the constant exploitation of our worth and work. Thus, the attack is largely against belief systems, philosophies empowered by money, and a corrupted rule of law. I don't know if y'all think, give me a yes or no if it sounds like he's like being a little bit confusing. He's not stupid. He's not stupid, but I don't really understand exactly what he's trying to say. I'm not, are you anti-capitalist, pro-capitalist? Like, what are you saying here? I don't get it. All right. So anyway, he says, so Guggenheim's, Rockefellers, Fords, Nobels, and the great philanthropists and supporters of the arts are all in recompense of the oil, the factory work, the mining, the weaponry, the staple crops, the plantations, the profit of the design of the system after which, or they profit from the design of the system after which the charitable hand is the only one left to give. I challenge the messaging through music when I feel it supports the system, primarily because I see art and music as tools or weaponry that can be used to destroy it. The truth bangs harder. We learn that the more we tell. Okay. All right. So I'm thinking that what he's trying to say, I'm going to try to interpret. I ain't gonna lie. He was kind of going a little bit all over the place, but it wasn't totally all over the place. So I think that what he's saying is that music should be utilized as a way to destroy the system, and that anybody who believes in trying to achieve progress for the community through the existing system as it stands is incorrect, or is taking the wrong approach. I don't disagree with that point, right? I don't disagree with that point. Let me lay this out here. America is a little too capitalist to be healthy. America is a little too committed to this capitalism thing for it to be a healthy country. That's why you spend more on healthcare than anywhere else in the world, but yet you have some of the worst healthcare out there. Right? I'm gonna interpret this for everybody in case you couldn't follow, because he was kind of going in. He said a lot. I hold to the point that revealing Jay-Z's personal email to you, I hope you got his permission before you did that, which he probably did not. I don't think that's cool, right? But to his point, he's right. The system is an issue. And I think that what the question becomes is, how much time do you spend challenging the system versus how much time do you spend working within that system that already exists, right? I think both can be done. Right. I think both can be done. It's a good cop, bad cop situation. Right. There are some people who will get into a system and try to change the system from within. That's not usually going to work entirely. You should also change the system from the outside. It's almost like a football team needs both offense and defense. You need the wide receivers and the running back to balance each other out. Every time they think you're going to run, you throw the ball. When they think you're going to pass, you run the ball. You need a strong game on both sides of the equation so that you can be a balanced team. So for Black people, or those of us who don't have faith in this system, which I'm one of those people, this system does have a lot of issues. I am in full support of those who want to challenge the system to do better. We have too many billionaires and too much poverty at the same time. If a guy's worth $100 billion, I would have no problem taking every penny of his money above a certain amount. There's no reason that you need more than $5 billion. I think they should be taxed at 99% after they hit the $5 billion mark. I'm totally okay with that. Now, because it doesn't make sense that you're building space programs for millions and millions of dollars or billions of dollars, but you've got poor people who can't afford to eat. That's absolutely insane. That shows how ridiculous we are as human beings. But the deeper point, though, is that, sure, he has to be very careful about not sort of getting to the point where you're critiquing those who understand the importance of developing a strong economic base for themselves and for the community in order to make progress. He makes the argument that, when it came to civil rights and everything else, because I saw another comment that he made where he said that Black leaders made progress not through money, but through their vision. No, but remember, their vision needed to be supported by money. You don't have Martin Luther King without money. You don't have any of those civil rights movements without money. The Black Panthers would have done better if they'd had money. If I was among the Black Panthers, I probably would have helped advise them on monetization models that would be a little more ethical, that would be entirely ethical and a little more capable of allowing them to push their mission forward, to market their message to a broader base, right? I think the free lunch program was amazing. But here's the problem. You don't just give charity to a community where they're spending millions and billions of dollars with white people, right? I'm not going to go to the hood and say everything that we do in the hood is going to be free, because I know that everything that you get ain't free. So if you're going to go spend your last on a Popeye's chicken sandwich and a pair of Jordans, you better give a percentage of that to the people that actually sustain you. So you better use a percentage of that to support businesses that are built in your community. You better use a percentage of that to support the activism that's going to make you whole. You better use a percentage of that to support the Black Panther Party or whoever else, the Nation of Islam or whatever organization is in your community doing the damn work, because I'll be a goddamn if you gonna run over here giving all your money to Popeye's Chicken and Nike because they put Kaepernick in an advertisement, and give your money to Gucci because you want to be fly, but you ain't got money to support Black businesses and activists that are doing the damn work and protecting and defending and elevating the community. Do you understand? Do you understand? You see, we got to understand this, right? This is what's very important. It is absolutely appropriate to put a tremendous amount of pressure and expectations on the Jay-Z's of the world to do as much as they can to elevate the community, right? It is absolutely appropriate to challenge Jay-Z. It is absolutely appropriate to challenge Beyonce. It is absolutely appropriate to challenge Will Smith and Denzel or whatever celebrities that you love, Dr. Dre. Like, it's absolutely appropriate to challenge them. But what is equally, or if not more appropriate and more important, is that we must challenge ourselves and challenge each other. You see, there is no Black billionaire or millionaire out here that has single-handedly has more wealth in his or her pocket than the entire Black community put together. There's no Black person that, I'm gonna go check the numbers just to be sure, but I don't think Oprah Winfrey has more money than the entire Black community. Oprah Winfrey might run through and spend about $100 million in a year or whatever, but we're dropping 1.3 trillion. Do you know what 1.3 trillion divided by 100 million is? I think if you take 100 million, if you take 100 million multiplied by 10, you get a billion. If you multiply a billion by 1,000, you get a trillion. So that's about, what is that, about about 1/13,000th of the wealth that we have. We as a community have about 13,000 times more wealth than Oprah Winfrey has. So if somebody's going to do the heavy lifting to elevate our people, and it can't just be Oprah and, getting together with Will Smith and Jay-Z. Sure, that's supposed to happen, but we must also look at you and me. You see, the Black community is not a charity case. The Black community is not without resources. Because whenever anybody tells me that we don't have no resources, I challenge them to say, okay, let's do an experiment. Let's see what would happen. Well, let's see what happens if we spend the same amount of money with Black initiatives and Black businesses that y'all put into white initiatives and white businesses. Let's compare the amount of money that you will put into the Black Panther Part 2 and compare that to the amount of money that you're putting into things that affect you. Right? Like, why would you put more into Black Panther 2 and in Disney's pocket than you will put into things that affect you and your children? So here's the thing. This brother, I don't know where he says, I'm not going to assume he's a bad person. I am going to say it's a very bad look for you to take a private email from this man, from Jay-Z, and put it out there to the world. That's some old bullshit, man. That makes you look like you're a clout chaser. It looks like you're trying to get a come up. Looks like that's certainly like breaking some sort of snitch code, right? That's ridiculous, right? And he's part of that LGBT community. And so I don't know if his excessive liberalism, left-leaning ideas drive him to sort of feel like any Black person that has any money in his pocket must be the enemy, or maybe he thinks straight Black men are garbage and he wants to attack. I have no idea what's going on in his mind, but I'm gonna tell you that it represents very low character. But I will say this, here's one thing I would challenge him on. You're saying that the capitalists, or not even the capitalists, I don't even use that term. You're saying that the people that make money are the villain and that money doesn't matter and that we focus too much on money and that you need to stop thinking about money. But here's what's funny. Do y'all know how this guy, Saul Williams, do you know how he became famous? Does anybody guess? Guess where people started hearing about him from? Does anybody know? Tell me, give me a yes or no if you are aware of how Saul Williams became famous. Yes, he was on a show called what? Tell me, make sure I get it right. I'm gonna make sure I get this right because I don't want to get it wrong. Def Poetry Jam. Now, who was the creator of Def Poetry Jam? A guy named Russell Simmons. Russell's a friend of mine. I worked with Russell on a mass incarceration initiative, and we got the Obama administration to actually do something for Black folks, which was very hard to do, by the way. Shout out to Russell. I don't know about his personal life. I don't know about all the other stuff, but I can tell you in that situation, he was quite honorable in following through on his commitment to helping get those people out of jail. I was right there. I wrote the letter to President Obama. Russell and I partnered on that initiative in 2013. Go look it up. Russell Simmons was the visionary behind it, but who was the funder? Who backed it? HBO. Now, is HBO a socialist organization? No. Are they grassroots? Are they communists? Are they anti-wealth, anti-money? No, HBO makes billions of dollars a year. So the point of the matter, the point I'm getting to is that it's fascinating to me how you have people that will speak heavily like anti-capitalism, screw the capitalism, man, capitalism is bad out there. These money people got money, but yet you built all your fame and your entire platform off of a capitalist organization. Again, that's when I had to challenge my good brother Colin Kaepernick when he's sharing all this anti-capitalist propaganda. I'm like, oh, brother, you got 80 million in the bank right now, and you didn't get that from holding marches and rallies and giving away, free lunches on the corner. Like, you got this because you partnered with capitalist organizations in order to get that done. So what you're doing, unfortunately, is you're becoming a walking contradiction. You're becoming you're like unfortunately, like a lot of the liberals that will say, like, oh, wealth building, billionaires and millionaires are all bad, but you look in their bank account and they got millions in their bank account. They got mega M's in their bank account. So I'm just sitting there trying to understand who made the rule that says to be black, you got to be broke. Or to be truly black, you can't have nothing going on financially. You must be struggling. You must be flat broke. That's some old BS. That is not what is going to work for your community. In order for you to get things done, you need resources. The number one way white people enslave you is because they control you financially. The reason white people control your community is because people from other communities are plopping businesses in your community, and they're sucking the money out of your community like a damn crack pipe. Every day they hit them, they sucking the money out just like a vacuum cleaner. And then you have nothing left. But yet you still somehow feel like you have your dignity. Well, sometimes it's hard to have your dignity when you can't even put shoes on your children's feet. I'm not trying to say you can't still be dignified, but I'm saying, damn, like, I actually like knowing that if my children need something, I can give it to them without having to go beg a white man's permission in order to get it done. Right? I don't want to tell my woman that I can't provide for the family because a white man won't give me a job. I don't want to go and beg I don't want to be, I would hate to be a socialist, communist, left-leaning person who's anti-capitalism, yet you end up working for the capitalists and becoming capitalist slaves because you never took the time to learn how to engage in an ethical process of economic accumulation. You see, here's the problem that you have in your community and why your community has gone backwards economically is that many of the people that propose so-called economic solutions ain't never spent one single day studying economics. They have never taken a class on finance. They've never taken a class on economic theory. They've never taken a class on how to make money. But yet they're the first ones jump out here talking about, I got an economic plan. Well, how the hell you gonna have an economic plan when you don't know nothing about no economics? Seriously. I'm not going to walk into the cardiologist's office and say, here's how we're going to do the surgery. And I ain't never been to medical school. Man, I'm going to die. I'm going to stab myself in the chest and die. That's stupid. So you die economically because a lot of the people that give you your economic solutions ain't never studied economics. So if you want to go vet people out and find out, like, okay, you have an economic plan. You're telling me about what my economic views should be. Maybe you should go and let's go research and see how many degrees you have in economics. How much economic theory have you actually studied? Because I can tell you right now, I taught finance and economics for 25 years at major universities. They don't let you do that if you're not qualified. I've taught economics in China. So I've seen how the Chinese run their powernomic systems and why they're the most dominant economic force in the world. Right? I've taught in Europe, so I see how white people think. I know white people very well, right? I'm going to Africa. I'm going to study what's going on in Africa, right? So what I'm just telling you at the end of the day, man, is people got to stay in their lanes. Seriously, like this brother, God bless him. I'm sure he's great at poetry. If I need a poetry consultant, I'll come talk to him. If I want to know how to give a great deaf poetry jam, I will ask you that question. But I'm not going to come to a broke son of a bitch who's clout chasing by snitching and revealing private emails. I'm not going to ask him about the economic future of the black community and which direction we should go, because he's going to crash the car. Right? Somebody who can't drive, you got Stevie Wonder driving the car and he ain't got no license, you're gonna crash and die. So let's just keep it 100 on that. Do me a favor, please hit the thumbs up button. Hit the thumbs up button before you go. Also, I want to say thank you, Marcel. I see he says, please support Brother Boyce in his endeavors with whatever amount you can afford. Man, thank you, brother. I really appreciate that. And I promise you, I will not let you guys down. So anybody who wants to support anything that we're doing or be a part of it, you are welcome. But the thing is, I don't want you to just do it for us. Do it for yourselves. So maybe we can give you something. I want to give you something back that'll make your life better. So if you want to go check out the Black Business School and take a class there, you're going to love it. If you don't love it, we have a 30-day, 100% 100% money back guarantee policy. So you can go to theblackbusinessschool.com. That's theblackbusinessschool.com. And I want to say thank you so much to Cali Diva for life, $100 donation. That is really, really cool and wonderful of you. And I appreciate that very, very much. So let's go get it done, man. Let's go get it done. No disrespect to this brother who put out this Jay-Z email, but you stop doing that. Ain't nobody going to trust you if they know that you're a person that's going to go reveal private conversations. That is not cool. I don't like it. And we need to listen to the right people when it comes to how we make our plans and how we move forward. Okay. And let's see, I'm signing up for the federal contracting course. Yeah, we're doing a seminar on how to make money as a government contractor. So if you want to go get your reparations by getting government contracts and you want to learn how that works, we got experts in the Black Business School that can help you with that. We have a lot of great people in the Black Business School that are better than college professors. We have college professors too, but we have people that have actually went out and made money, like billionaire Mike Roberts has come through. Dr. George C. Frazier, the networking guru of America, comes through on a regular basis. Dr. Claude Anderson, the author of Powernomics. We've got faculty unlike any other. So go check us out, theblackbusinessschool.com. If you want to join that government contracting seminar or the credit repair seminar, go to drboyceseminars.com. That's drboyceseminars.com. All right, guys, I'm about to get out of here. Hit the thumbs up button before you go. Please share this video, subscribe. Hey, Vicky Dillard. Vicky Dillard's on tonight on flynubianqueentv.com at 6:30 p.m. Eastern time. And Vicky Dillard is a gift to the universe. And every time I see your name, Vicky, I have to shout you out because I'm telling you, if you ain't seen Vicky Dillard, you ain't seen nothing yet. This is one of the greatest Black women in history, if you ask me. So you guys take care. Have a great day. And I will see you soon. Be good. Peace.